Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm IWN, and this is your WWE SmackDown December 1st, 2023 watch-along, where me and all of you that's here tonight in the live chats are going to be watching Friday Night SmackDown episode 1267 together to see what's going to happen coming out of the fallout of Survivor Series. You guys are new to the channel, man. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on the bell for all notifications so you don't miss a single content that gets streamed or gets uploaded to the channel. Also, hit the thumbs up on the stream. Let's get at least 5 or 6 likes on the stream, please. I really appreciate it. If we get 6 likes, I would love to get more than that. So as soon as we get 6 likes, I want to get more. I want to get more than 6 likes when we do. It's great to be live tonight for this episode to experience the fallout of Survivor Series that's going to take place right now on SmackDown. In the ring right now is Bianca Belair, who is kicking off SmackDown episode 167. So let's tune in to this episode and see what Bianca Belair has to say.
We came together, we did exactly what needed to be done. So shout out to my girl Becky Lynch for coming through and showing up and showing out. Shout out to Shotzi for her guts and her passion. And shout out to my girl Charlotte Flair for being a bigger person and making that call to Becky Lynch. Now, while it feels great to be standing in this ring and celebrating that W from WarGames, my war with damage control, it ain't over. Because EO Sky, I'm still coming for you because I want my title back. You know what? It's really great how you can get all of these people to cheer for you. Shut up!
Yeah, shut up, y'all. She trying to talk.
I mean, just on the way here today, Ia was saying how disgusting it is here. It smells. Who would want to live in Brooklyn? Hey, Ia was also saying that you're in way over your head, dude. She's already beaten you twice. So, if you want yet another title shot, you're going to have to go through all of Damage Control. Well, you know what? That ain't nothing new. So who won it first? Who, you, Oscar, Kyrie? Who won it first? Who want to get it? Because you all can get it. Looks like Bianca has Baggio. Charlotte Flair and Shotzi. All hail the queen. Ladies, Bianca isn't the only one coming for Io. And I love to go through all of Damage Control. Seems to me like there's enough Damage Control to go around. Here we go! Doesn't take Shotzi much to get involved. The ballsy badass straight in there as is Charlotte Flair. Ready having flashbacks to WarGames. A chaotic way they kick off Friday Night SmackDown. But the target on Io's back gets bigger and bigger by the day. This WarGames didn't settle anything. Outnumbered, but look at Bianca Belair go. We're right after the WWE Women's Champion. Oh no, Io's championship just stopped whatever Bianca was trying to do in the corner. Now it's the champion who's outnumbered.
Oh, look at that.
Speaking of numbers, Damage Control missing somebody.
Yeah. And guess who that somebody is? She happens to be on my background. Guess who that somebody is? Bayley. What a coincidence that Bayley is not there. Did they jump Bayley and injure Bayley before SmackDown? What did Damage Control do with Bayley? I wonder if this could be leading to a babyface turn. This could lead to Bayley turning babyface, I wonder. We'll have to find out tonight. Ooh. Fuck Logan Paul. Fuck Logan Paul. Nobody cares. And guess what? Kicking off SmackDown. The match that's kicking off SmackDown is Pete Dunne versus Bobby Lashley. Pete Dunne of Brawling Brutes, Bobby Lashley of the Hurt Profits. That's what they need to be called, the Hurt Profits. If the Street Profits screw this up for Bobby Lashley again, Bobby Lashley is going to need some replacements. Rumor has it that Authors of Pain is going to be the Street Profits replacement. So we'll have to see if that happens tonight or maybe the next night. We'll have to find out because SmackDown's about to go on commercial break. What do you guys think of Damage Control brawling with Shanti Blackheart, Charlotte Flair, and Bianca Belair? What are y'all's thoughts on that? Do y'all think that was flat? Was it just them rushing the show a little bit, or what do you guys think? What are you guys thinking when you see Damage Control brawling with Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and Shotzi Blackheart again. This reminds me of Survivor Series, Women's WarGames. That's what that brawl reminds me of. And I think this could lead to Io Sky defending her WWE Women's Championship against not only Bianca Belair, but also Charlotte Flair, a triple threat match. So we could be getting Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair for the next pay-per-view, which could be either the Royal Rumble or maybe the pay-per-view after the Royal Rumble. Who knows, though? They might come up with a new pay-per-view this month. I don't know. I don't think they are. I think that Survivor Series was the last pay-per-view, to be honest. So, there's a huge possibility that Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, or Bianca Belair won't be in the Royal Rumble because their triple threat match for that title could be booked for that pay-per-view. So that essentially means for the Women's Royal Rumble, Bayley, Dakota Kai's in-ring return, and Kairi Sane will be in the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble. The rest of the women will be in the Royal Rumble. I think the only ones that won't be is Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Charlotte Flair. I think Rhea Ripley might insert herself in the Royal Rumble. In the Women's Royal Rumble, I don't know. We haven't got that far yet. But just by looking at this shit that's going on between Damage Control, team of Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair and Shotzi, looks like that triple threat match is going to be booked for either the Royal Rumble or the pay-per-view after the Royal Rumble. So there's going to be three major women's stars that won't be in the Royal Rumble. Those three women's stars that won't be in the Royal Rumble are going to be the women's stars that's going to be on the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, but in a triple threat match for that WWE Women's Championship that Io Sky was holding in her hand on SmackDown. That is what I'm thinking. It's going to happen. You guys want to let me know your predictions on what the Royal Rumble card's going to look like? Please. Enlighten me. Let me know. I might go to Bojangles Monday. Maybe. Probably get me some breakfast there. Or Hardee's. Probably go to Hardee's. I'm tired of going to McDonald's to get breakfast now. I think the next time I go to work, just Monday, I'm going to go to Hardee's and get me some breakfast. Try Hardee's breakfast. We are waiting on SmackDown to come back on. SmackDown is back on. Finally.
With their perfect season and playoffs on the line, J.J. McCarthy and second-ranked Michigan take on number 16 Iowa. Coverage begins tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern on Fox.
All right, we get it. Oh, we're getting Bianca Belair versus Kairi Sane, guys. The match was made official by Nick Aldis, the general manager of SmackDown. Oh boy, I wonder how good that match is going to be.
Look, dude, that doesn't matter anymore, right? What matters is Harry's got a match against Bianca tonight. Okay, and no one knows her more than you, so I think Harry would really appreciate your help today. Right, Harry?
友達ならね。もちろん分かってる。
Okay. Yeah.
来いよ、来いよ。Yeah.
Graves, I've been arguing with you for weeks. I told you something was going on. You understood that. No, but you see Bailey's look, and she wasn't involved in the whole first part of the night. I think we shouldn't speculate. Let it play out. Oh, now you want to be a journalist. And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by the Street Profits. Almighty Bobby Lashley. The ferocious
Rumor has it that Aldis Payne is going to replace the Street Profits. Let's see if that's true or not tonight. We will find out whether that is true or not. I think, to be honest, I think this is also going to continue the Brawling Brutes breakup feud or whatever is going on.
Listen, mate, you ain't gonna walk in there and just look me off like that. Brutes or no brutes, when I'm here, it's fight night. Make a name for yourself, kid, before you talk to me.
Butch certainly using an interesting strategy to make the name for himself at the expense of the Almighty. And you heard what he said. Still no idea why Ridge left, and also he hasn't heard from Sheamus in months. Butch going it alone.
Look, I understand the emotion of Butch right now, but this can't be wise, Corey.
It's absolutely not wise. Butch is a very, very talented, dangerous competitor. We've seen what Butch is capable of, but he's not in there with any ordinary men. He's in there with the almighty Bobby Lashley, who's in a mood after last week.
Oh, Bobby Lashley's got a mic. He's got something to say.
Listen, kid, when I told you to make a name for yourself, that's a name. Don't deal with me. You know what I can do to you? I will break you into pieces. Are you ready for that?
Oh! I don't know if that was smart. Then he's only got one option, Cole. Let's get out there and go after Bobby Lashley. Oh, that's what he's doing. Butch taking a fight to Lashley early on. Butch is ready for this brawl. He's got a death wish. One of two things. And, oh, God. Goodness. And I mentioned Lashley being in a mood. Remember last week, the Street Profits are losing their tag team championship match to the Judgment Day thanks to some crashing by Rhea Ripley. Lashley stormed off after watching that matchup. Not sure if he was upset at the Profits or the fact that the Judgment Day got Rhea involved. Well, everything that was boiling inside of the Almighty is being taken out right now on the head of Butch. What's the strategy here if you're Butch, Corey? I wouldn't have accepted the match to begin with. So I wonder if we're calling watching just a fact of his teammate. And this has got to be psychologically daunting if you're Butch.
Happening right now is Pete Dunne versus Bobby Lashley in one-on-one singles action.
Behind Bobby Lashley tonight. Corey, have you been doing any idea what's going on with Ridge, where he is, anything else? I didn't really talk to Ridge very much when he was here. Guy didn't seem to like me for one reason or another, so I don't really have anything to tell you. Bobby Lashley now on the pose. Connected with the Almighty. Pugnacious. He's a fighter, that's for sure. Which is absolutely relentless. Flying knee rocks Bobby.
You gotta think of your Butch. You gotta keep this momentum going at pace, taking Lashley off his feet.
That moonsault by Butch. Butch is taking an even higher risk.
Oh, again, flattening Lashley. Can Butch do this? Can he take down Bobby Lashley?
No, he's not going to take down Bobby Lashley. What's going to ultimately happen is he's going to lose to Bobby Lashley. I'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. I got to go take a bathroom break and go get a drink. I'll be right back. folks, I'm back, and it appears that SmackDown is already back from commercial break. So we're going to tune in to SmackDown and continue watching this match between Pete Dunne and Bobby Lashley.
Point manipulation at its finest. Oh, goodness, did you hear that? Outrageous from Butch. Can he finish off Lashley? This is impressive. Butch is going to do it here. Cover. And Lashley kicking out at one. This would be a major upset. No doubt about it. Butch needs to maintain this sense of urgency. He found the opening and has continued to pour on the punishment. But he's taken Lashley off his feet, well, at least momentarily he did. But how do you up a little bit? How do you game plan for this kind of power? A running power slam. The Almighty hooks the leg now. Oh, it's a kick out from Butch. What character from Butch? Yeah, great character, but the problem is you're going to continue to get beaten and punished and tortured by Lashley. That's the problem when you're fighting Bobby Lashley. As much punishment as you can take, Lashley's all too happy to dish out a little bit more. But as long as Butch is in it, he's got a fighting chance. Butch is still alive. Oh, goodness. What were you saying? Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. Turning Butch inside out. Oh, what a counter by Butch. They're still in this. Oh, spear! Dunne. Hook in the leg. Lashley to put away Butch. The suddenness of Bobby Lashley. Here's your winner. The almighty Bobby Lashley. It was a nearly impossible task, and Butch fought with everything he had. But when Bobby Lashley hits you with that spear, I don't care how big you are, how tough you are done, son. When it comes to these two men, Lashley and Butch, drastically different futures it appears. Butch has no friends, no Sheamus, no Ridge Holland. Lashley has the Street Profits at his side. And the Almighty looking extremely strong in the battle we just witnessed tonight at Barclays.
Hell of a battle indeed. But fellas, you were there for it this past Saturday when our superstars went to war. Here's our progression. Match flow.
So it didn't happen. Maybe it'll happen next time, where Bobby Lashley replaces the Street Profits. Well, when the Street Profits lose again. They're showing the footage of Survivor Series from last week. You guys missed my Survivor Series watch along and results. If you missed my Survivor Series watch along review and results, go check it out. Both streams are on the channel. Stream for my watch along and stream for my reviews and results of Survivor Series.
Grayson's gonna cash in. And the Dunne trying to escape, heading up to the top of the cage.
Did you invite Randy Orton to SmackDown tonight?
In fact, I intend to sign Randy Orton to an exclusive SmackDown contract tonight.
Does my tribal chief know about this?
Paul, you seem to have forgotten. I mean, we get countless memos about it. In fact, I have one right here. It says, all communication to Roman Reigns must go through Paul Heyman. So, consider this. Communication to Roman Reigns. I'm going to sign Randy Orton. And if I have to offer up the entire bloodline to make it happen, so be it. So my question to you, sir, is what are you going to do about it?
Anything it takes.
Is Randy Orton set to sign for SmackDown? We'll find out tonight.
Nope. No, I don't think he's going to sign to SmackDown. I mean, why would he? There's nobody on SmackDown for him to feud with. Maybe outside of Roman Reigns. I think Randy Orton is better off on Monday Night Raw. That's just how I feel about it. Monday Night Raw is stacked right now. CM Punk is on Monday Night Raw. Does SmackDown really need Randy Orton? Nah, not at the moment. Not really. Does AEW need Randy Orton? Most certainly not. Huh. What would AEW do if they signed Randy Orton? I wonder. I guess that rumors of Authors of Pain replacing the Street Profits wasn't true after all. But then again, it could happen next week. It could happen next year. It can happen next year where Authors of Pain return to replace the Street Profits. And the Street Profits go back baby faces again. It could go two ways. Either Authors of Pain replace Street Profits as heels, or the Street Profits stay being heels and stay aligned with Bobby Lashley. One of the two. I'm thinking Authors of Pain is going to come back and replace Street Profits. I mean, Bobby Lashley's been disappointed in Street Profits ever since. They've been losing. You know, my general manager used to always tell me whenever I'm mad at myself for doing this and doing that, or pushing the wrong button. It's called progression. Progression. It's called progress. Street Profits are going to make progress. They're going to get better. They're going to improve. They'll be better as heels. Just got to keep staying with Bobby Lashley. Just got to keep learning from Bobby Lashley. You don't have to necessarily be inspired by him, but I think you all get what I mean here. Right now, we are waiting for SmackDown to come back on. I think Bayley's going to get kicked out of Damage Control faster than a cheetah can fucking run. After she did not show up on SmackDown to help Damage Control. To even the numbers even more. it's safe to say a damage control breakup is bound to happen. Whether people like it or not. That's just the way I see it. If you don't see it that way, so be it. That's on you. That's your opinion. I can't change your opinion just like you can't change mine. Just like you can't change mine. SmackDown's back on.
Excuse me, Butch. Tonight you lost to Bobby Lashley, but I want to talk about last week. Why did your partner Ridge walk out on you during your match?
I don't know, Kayla. And I don't care. Because right now it's not about the brutes. I've got to focus on me, and I'm here on SmackDown to fight, and I will fight anyone you... This is tough to say, Butch. Don't be sad. Take this as a learning opportunity. Sometimes being abandoned, it can help us find our own paths. Even if that path, like your career, leads to a dead end. How's that, Butch? How's that, Butch? Be your man! You're alone! You're alone! You'll always be alone!
Butch is going it alone, which these days is a risky decision in WWE where there seems to be at least safety in numbers.
That's another superstar who's also flying solo right now, but it's without question more dangerous than ever before.
Tonight's highlight of the night is sponsored by WWE 2K23. Never meet
Santos Escobar.
Rey Mysterio.
Santos Escobar. I kind of figured they was going to bring him up, given that he's broken up with LWO. He didn't get kicked out. He left because he claimed that LWO was supposed to be about him and Mysterio, not him and Carlito.
From your hospital bed right now. From the bottom of my heart, I hope the surgery didn't go well. I hope you catch an infection and they have to amputate your leg. I hope you never come back. We're done. Joaquin, Raul, you gonna side with her over me? Completely out of line. Oh, don't be hurried. Who the hell is this goddamn? Carlito, arriving on the scene. Santos, you made a very big mistake. Carlito has a message for you, Escobar. Yo voy en busca de venganza por mi hermano Rey Mysterio. Carlito, Rey's career is over. He will never come back, and it's because of you. Escobar, start off that defense. Wait, look behind you. Oh! Big sneak attack. A man who is driven by anger, disdain, by rage.
Santos, given your recent history with the LWO, what can we expect in your match tonight against Joaquin Wilde?
Catalina, I'm only trying to finish what Ray started. Ray turned his back on the LWO a long time ago when he chose Carlito over me. Now my own brothers, mis hermanos, Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro, they're still blinded by their hero, Rey Mysterio. They can't see he's going to do the same to them. Cruz is still recovering from the last time he tried to stand up for Rey. And if Joaquin can see the truth, Catalina, I'm going to put him on the shelf right now.
He's delusional. Let's say more deliberate, motivated. Our following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 204 pounds, Santos Escobar. Jump into WWE Supercard Season 10 and take control of the ring. Celebrate the biggest season ever. Challenge your friends in the all-new campaign mode. Collect 4 new card tiers and much more. The action never stops in WWE Supercard. You call him delusional, Cole, or you call him motivated. Santos Escobar certainly divides opinion, but Joaquin Wilde is out to defend the honor of...
Gotta wait for SmackDown to come back on again. God, they just showing a footage of Shinsuke Nakamura red misting Cody Rhodes in his face. Disgusting act by Shinsuke Nakamura. You guys haven't checked out my content on the channel, man, please go and do so. Continue to support the channel in any way you can. Whether it's sharing my watch-alongs, my streams, whatever you want to do to support the channel. You can even give me a shout out. You can even do a video, give me a shout out. Or mention my name, my YouTube channel name. I'll tell you one thing, and I'm not liking all these fucking commercial breaks we have to go through every time we watch SmackDown. That's what I don't like and don't appreciate. It gives me less people in here every time it happens. Every time it goes on commercial break, everybody leaves. Nobody comes back. It's all because it's all because of the number of times that WWE goes on, that SmackDown goes on commercial break. Come on, SmackDown. Where the fuck are you at?
Sponsored by Progressive Keys to Progress program, gifting cars to veterans since 2013. And his opponent, representing the WWO Joaquin Wild.
It's an emotional match for Joaquin Wild. He told me earlier today he considers Santos Escobar a brother. They come up through NXT together. They've been over at each other's homes for holidays while here in the United States. But there's no going back, he said, for what Santos Escobar has done to both Rey Mysterio and the LWO.
So ask Cain and Abel how the whole brother thing worked out. I mean, at the end of the day, I get where Joaquin Wild's coming from, but Santos Escobar has gone off the deep end, in my opinion. And I think he's utilizing these circumstances to become this different individual and try to gain stuff for his own accord. But first things first, Rey Mysterio is a grown man. He's a Hall of Famer and does not need anyone to defend him. Oh! Rey Mysterio can defend himself. Santos Escobar could not make it to the next level as long as he was stuck in the shadow of Rey.
And I 100% agree. Rey Mysterio does not need anyone to defend his honor, but this is what Rey Mysterio has meant to people like Dragon Lee and Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro.
All right, we can cut the music off now.
To their careers, and that's why they're standing up for it.
Oh, Joaquin Wild! Breathtaking, high-risk athleticism from Joaquin Wild.
A man on a mission tonight. While you make great points, Cole, there are a lot of people out there saying that Santos Escobar has never been.
Here by Wild.
Can you get the picture of the kick out by Santos? The Santos Escobar has never been as impressive as we've seen him here. Speaking of impressive,
well, Santos Escobar has been a bona fide star everywhere he's been. Oh, goodbye, Joaquin.
When you attack people from behind and you ambush them and stuff like that, of course you're going to look good.
Or when you're naturally talented, you grow up in this industry, you're highly educated, you're very, very skilled, you're handsome, you're charismatic. Would you like me to continue? Santos Escobar is the real deal. He's been the real deal back in Mexico. It's just taken him a little time to make it to that same star level here in WWE. Well, he has to treat everybody like garbage to get there. Basically,
dragging his prey now back inside to the middle of the ring. Santos Escobar.
He said he has to treat everybody like garbage to get there.
Santos happens to be extremely nice to me, Cole. I wonder why you're a spokesman.
To Cole's point about being delusional, he's saying that
You're saying I'm delusional?
Ray chose Carlito over me? That's not true, Cole. It's simply not true.
He was just trying to expand the LWO and bring everyone in as a big family, and Santos got upset about that. It's a lot easier to become a top-tier elite star on your own than trying to drag a family full of anchors with. Hey, and in just a little bit, you're going to see the new United States champion here on SmackDown for the first time since he won the title, Logan Paul. The man of the ring, Logan Paul can thank for being the United States champion today, Santos Escobar. There you go. Escobar inspiring the next generation already.
Agony on the face of Joaquin Wild, who's looking for some separation here.
Listen, I'm going to say the same thing about Joaquin Wild. If Wild had the smarts to tell everybody else to take a hike, he would probably be higher on the card than he is. Joaquin Wild is a wildly talented competitor, pun intended. He's traveled the world. He's done the Lucha Libre style. He's a very, very, very talented man. But he's always tasked with being part of something bigger.
Oh, taking out the knee of Escobar.
This is what we need to see, this killer instinct. There we go.
What a victory this could be for the LWO.
Happening right now is Joaquin Wild versus Santos Escobar. Singles action. Joaquin Wild. It's Joaquin Wild versus Santos Escobar. One-on-one.
Watch this rolling DDT cord. And the way he swings his way, driving Santos Escobar's skull first, nearly picking up the biggest singles win of his WWE tenure.
He told me if there's anyone that knows the inner workings of Escobar, it's me. But he didn't scout that one.
This is what happens when you cross Santos Escobar.
It seems everyone is crossing Escobar right now. And Santos Escobar may finish this.
That's it. Cannon driver.
Here's your winner, Santos Escobar.
And I hate to say it, but I expected this. Santos Escobar with complete disrespect for everybody. Escobar is giving Joaquin a message to send to the rest of the LWO.
It's Dragon Lee, Escobar's competitor, an opponent at Survivor Series days ago.
And look at the satisfied smile on the face of Santos Escobar, who just France past our announce table, and look out from behind. That's what I was saying before. Ambush is from behind, and this time Lee's going to turn it around. Dragon Lee has all the answers for now.
Oh, Hurricane Rana from Dragon Lee. Santos Escobar is going to try to wait. Is he going to try to escape?
Dragon Lee coming to the aid of a fallen Joaquin Wild. He will not forget what Escobar did to his mentor, Rey Mysterio. Why aren't you guys all up in arms about Dragon Lee attacking Santos Escobar after Escobar had a match? You're the guy who can have it both ways. Backstage here on Friday Night SmackDown, look who it is! It's a first appearance on SmackDown for the United States Champion, Logan Paul, the Maverick, is here next.
All right, guys, I got to go on break real quick. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back now. Your WWE SmackDown watch along for SmackDown episode 1267 shall continue. Where we have Logan Paul coming out. He already came out. He's in the ring now. He's going to be cutting a promo. I'm assuming he's going to be cutting a promo about his United States Championship win over Rey Mysterio. That's what I assume. That's what I assume is going to happen.
To every friend who stabbed me in the back. To every hater who preyed on my downfall. I got a question for you. Where are you now? I don't understand. Don't y'all get it by now? The more you hope that I fail, the harder I work. And the harder I work, the more I win. And the more I win, the more I get to stand up here and say, yeah. And to all you jealous superstars backstage who are mad at me because you've been doing this your whole life, and I'm the fastest rising star in WWE history. You want this US title? Yeah, of course you do. It's been on my junk, just like y'all have since I got here. But a champion is only as good as his challengers. And since Rey Mysterio got injured, I couldn't give him the rematch I was so excited for. So I got good news. I spoke with Nick Aldis, and we have created a tournament to determine my next challenger. The tournament will start next week. It features 8 superstars. Santos Escobar, Dragon Lee, Karrion Kross, an NXT superstar, could be anyone, Bobby Lashley, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and of course, Kevin Owens. And I can guarantee whoever wins this tournament is going to have a nightmare trying to take this belt away from me.
I think Logan should have taken KO's advice. You know that thing where you say their name and they show up? That's how this works.
Listen to the roar for KO here in Brooklyn.
Oh, that's funny he comes out because he has a match against Grayson Waller, right? Right? No, he does.
That's huge news for everybody in NXT right now. Who's going to step up and take that opportunity?
You want to talk about a nightmare? This, you in my ring, is a nightmare. You know, the first time I ever saw you was like 10 years ago on that app, Vine, right? And back then, it only took me 6 seconds to figure out that you're an unbearable jackass. You want to talk about junk? The only junk around here is that crap drink you peddle.
And now, guess what? I'm here to tell you, I'm in this tournament. So that nightmare is about to end, because your days as U.S. champion are numbered, buddy.
You know, it's funny, Kevin, because you call yourself a prize fighter. But, buddy, I've been in the ring with the greatest boxer in the world. And if you and I fought, 6 seconds is 5 more than I need to KO you.
I'll never take this away from you. You're very clever. But here's the thing. That's another world. This ring, this WWE, it's my world. You understand that?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah,
we'll see about that.
Just wait for the... Oh, what a shot. Oh, it just keeps getting better. The attention hogs. This is like a social media megastar summit.
Whoa. Logan, mate, you're better than that. You don't need to engage with Kevin Owens. But he's just a troll trying to get attention, you know? He's not a forward-thinking disruptor like the three of us. In fact, we have a lot in common, Logan.
Kev, you love punching people in the face, right? Well, look who you're standing across the ring from. Logan Paul, the man that just knocks people out. Just like that. So, after Logan's done knocking you out, maybe your days of punching people in the face are over. Oh! Not again! You got a glass jaw. Are you kidding me? Logan Paul's not the only one with a good right hand. Sign us up.
Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul. Sign me in for that one.
For Kevin Owens,
I may not be a huge fan of Logan Paul, but Logan Paul is great in the ring.
he's gonna get his hands all over Grayson Waller. Let's see if he can.
He is talented.
He's on a mission to do
I'll give him that.
It's Kevin Owens, Grayson Waller.
That's as far as you're going to hear from me.
SmackDown next.
That is all you're going to hear from me. Wow, man. Kevin Owens punched Austin Theory again. It's the second time in a row that he's done that. I'm surprised he didn't do it to both Austin Theory and Grayson Waller again. That would have been nice. Am I correct? Man, that would have been really nice. So we'll wait till SmackDown comes back on again. Man, what a night it's been. What a start to the weekend it's been, huh? I'm not even sure what to think at this point. I'm trying to, Oh, SmackDown's back on. Finally.
The Lions take on the Saints, or other regional action. Then in America's Game of the Week, Christian McCaffrey and the Niners take on Jalen Hurts and the Eagles in one of the biggest games of the year. Check for the games in your area Sunday on Fox. Welcome back, folks. Joining us here on the commentary desk, the United States champion, Logan Paul. Great to have you with us.
Hey, thanks, boys. It's always fun being here. I feel like I'm a proud dad watching my kids at the playground. This is certainly going to be cute. I can tell these boys been working hard.
Would it be safe to say that Grayson Waller is your favorite kid of the two?
Nah, not at all. No, he's good looking. I can
The match is underway. Then Kevin Owens and Grayson Waller one-on-one. Watch out!
Thank you, sir.
Kevin Owens did not seem too pleased with you, Logan.
Yeah, I've always considered Kevin Owens to be the Humpty Dumpty of WWE, so I'm always impressed by his ability to move that egg-shaped frame around the ring.
Well, it was mighty kind of you to include him, you and Nick Aldis.
Beat the best luchador of all time, fans, for Rey Mysterio. So to be honest with you, it's going to be a cakewalk. I was built for this. These guys, especially the guys like Kevin, I don't know how built for this he really is.
Are you going to bring the brass knuckles?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right, your entourage brings the brass knuckles. I forgot about
I
that.
still don't know what you're talking about.
You have to forgive him. He fancies himself a journalist and tends to insult our guests. Logan, I want to congratulate you on the massive guest you have this week on your podcast, Impulsive, the returning Viper, Randy Orton.
The Legend Killer, the
Elbow drop from a distance, Grayson Waller with the cover nail kicking out his KO. I'd like to see KO with Logan Paul.
If he is lucky enough to have the opportunity to face one of WWE's finest, fastest rising stars and the U.S. champion, that's fine. Randy Orton, the Viper, great podcast, great show. Impulsive coming out Tuesday. You don't want to miss it. Always good.
How much have you been loving your time as U.S. champ, Logan? You've seen you post photographs in bed with the title, in the shower with the title. You're bringing it everywhere.
Dude, let me tell you something. There's nowhere I don't go with this title. I do everything with this title. If I breathe, I have this title.
Kevin Owens stalking you there, Logan.
I saw that. He was giving me a weird little look.
I'll tell you this much, if Kevin Owens takes his eyes off Grayson Waller for too long, okay? Did you see that? Quick little poke, Grayson fell like a box of bricks. Here comes Kevin Owens. Waller out of the way just in time.
But a smart move, nonetheless. Guys like that, you got a bowling ball coming at you with momentum I've never seen before. You're going to move.
Gary's a good corner man, but he's not up. Oh! Oh, watch out! Here we go. There it is. A lot too many beverages out here. No, Logan, let me ask you. It's a very real possibility that Grayson Waller wins the tournament. You have to step in the ring against the Aussie icon.
Yeah, if only Grayson wrestled as good as he looks. Grayson Waller now, I know Kevin Owens.
Oh, swing and a miss. There's KO. No, it's from the apron. Oh! Big splash all over water. KO right the energy of WWE Universe here in Brooklyn. How about Theory? Logan, are you really up for the challenge of facing a Kevin Owens when you've got the entire WWE universe chanting him on?
Look, even if I'm not, I'm going to pretend I am.
Fair enough. Face first, into the post goes Owens. Oh! Stomping the hand of Owens. As the referee was dealing with Grayson Waller. And now Theory's telling Waller, work on the hand, I just stomped on it. It's really brilliant strategy is what it is. KO just grabbing his arm. It just went from bad to worse. KO is hurt.
Wow. Oh, my. Things did go from bad to worse. Things truly are going from bad to worse for Kevin Owens. Honestly, I'm just ready for this episode to go on. I'm getting bored watching this at this point. Honestly. Oh. Aaron, I was going to say something, but SmackDown came back on. I'll just explain it later.
This is as we came on the air from the commercial break. We watched Kevin Owens have his right hand after he has been attacked throughout the commercial break by both Waller and Theory. Welcome back, folks. Joining us here with the United States champion Logan Paul, watching our week ahead of the United States Championship tournament set to take place. Logan, what have you thought so far of these two competitors? We know your personal feelings on Owens, but has Waller impressed you?
It's a great match, you know, but at the end of the day, they're both titles, and I don't think
it looks perhaps like they may have broken Kevin Owens' hand. During the commercial break, there was some murmurings going around here ringside about that, so you have to wonder if Kevin Owens has a broken hand as he battles Waller in this match.
Yeah, you know, we all get boo-boos, but they're right.
I want to ask about Waller and Theory, Logan. They refer to themselves as forward-thinking disruptors, such as yourself. Do you agree with that? How do these guys take it to the next level?
You know, I think they're thinking.
Fair. I think they're cheap shot artists. And you're dragging Kevin Owens the outside, but Owens just keeps fighting. He always fights KO. The problem, guys, is Kevin Owens gets his right hand. The hand that he has all the damage with. Check this out. Oh, no! Owens with DDT.
You know, Kevin Owens is always talking about punching people in the face. But I think we can all agree that he should probably just punch himself in the face with both hands at the same time.
Well, he may not be punching anyone now with that right hand is injured as it is, and now he's using one arm. Headbutts and everything else to fight back into this. You'll never hear Kevin Owens making an excuse.
Structures the vitriol between this two. The tournament to Golden Street, both competitors in said tournament.
Oh, clear that deck.
Cannonball. Oh, snap.
Dale moves it well. The impact from the top rope is going to hurt like hell.
In for the cover. The put away Grayson kicks it.
You could be on the other end of that, Logan.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, I consider Kevin Owens just Otis on a diet, but I'm looking forward to the match of that.
Owens looking for a stunner.
And the third time going into play here.
Again, it's obviously the hand that Owens uses for everything.
No. You know, I broke my leg. No, I think you broke the school.
And the fact that you were willing and able to fight through that adversity is inspiring. I was wondering when that was coming. I'm not allowed to call Logan, he inspires me. I was hanging on every word when he was in the ring giving the soliloquy. I believed it. So how about one of I'm not a hater like Cole, Logan. Doesn't Kevin Owens inspire you guys? Look what he is going through in this match, and he's still hanging in there. Come on now.
Kevin Owens inspires me to go to McDonald's.
Call the match, KP.
Waller straight back across the KO.
Look at this. This is going to be catastrophic. Oh, thank goodness, Kevin Owens. Shoulders down.
They turn this around. Oh, my God. Come on. They did it. Literally, what the? They're a winner. Kevin. Oh, whatever. Whatever, bro.
Well, Waller can't believe it. Waller can't believe it. Theory's in disbelief. Logan doesn't believe it. But it happened with one good hand. It's rude. He's the United States champion. He can be however he wants. Nonetheless, the tournament starts next week to determine who's going to face that man, Logan Paul, for the United States Championship.
And it has been a week of returns. Logan Paul, R-Truth, Randy Orton, and of course, the most shocking and thunderous return of all, CM Punk. What a moment this was.
Here's the most social moment in WWE history up to today. Over 95 million views across all social media platforms, shattering records here at WWE. I have to say, it was probably the biggest return in the history of WWE. The voice of the voiceless has returned.
CM Punk in front of Chicago, returning to WWE.
Looks like hell froze over. I've been trying to come up with the words to explain to all of you exactly how I feel. I've changed. And this is the truth. I'm home. This is where I belong. Over 10 years, you people never forgot me, even when maybe I wanted to forget me. And that's why I'm back, because I love you guys. Everybody has welcomed me back with open arms. Well, almost everybody. Some people are afraid. They're afraid of what they don't understand, but I understand. The competition here, week in and week out, competes to be the best in the world. But the best in the world has not been here for almost 10 years. Some people are going to have to come to terms with the fact that their best efforts at being the best in the world on this microphone, in this ring, even commentary, to just false. But it's a lie. Because the best in the world is back, and the best in the world is standing live and in living color, and his name is... That was the passionate CM Punk on Monday Night Raw, returning to the place he
CM Punk returns to SmackDown next week.
And we do not have to wait long to see CM Punk on Friday Night SmackDown. He's coming your way next week when SmackDown heads to Providence, Rhode Island.
I'm on my own against the wild.
A lot of pressure on Bianca Belair here in this matchup. The work begins tonight.
I just seen some article that said CM Punk and Triple H need each other. Says who? I wonder. Cage side seats? Those wrestling sources?
Kevin mentioned a Providence next week. It's also the 21st annual Tribute to the Troops right here on Fox. If Bianca Belair wants a title opportunity, she's got to go through all the damage control. First up is Kyrie saying it is tonight's main event, sponsored by Wingstop. Do not go anywhere, folks. Belair and Kyrie saying is live.
Hey, are you serious? Yeah. I'm cool. Let's go, Kyrie. Yeah, you seem like yourself. You stay here tonight.
Okay, Briggs. I don't know what that was about. WWE Women's Champion, Io Sky, representing Damage Control, Kyrie Sane. Well, there's obviously a trust issue. I don't know why the rest of Damage Control would have trust issues with Bayley, seeing as how she almost single-handedly kept them in the WarGames match this past Saturday night. Well, maybe because Bayley took out Kyrie Sane a couple of years ago before she returned to WWE. Maybe that has something to do with it. Well, you call this a must-win match for Bianca Belair. What about Damage Control? Kyrie Sane representing Damage Control here tonight after losing out at WarGames. It's Bianca Belair going one-on-one with Kyrie Sane tonight. Bianca has to win to keep her hopes alive of facing Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. Earlier tonight, Bianca Belair was informed that she's got to run all the way through the rest of Damage Control if she wants another opportunity at Io Sky's championship. Well, tonight will be no easy task as she goes one-on-one with Kyrie.
In tonight's main event that is sponsored by Wingstop. This is Kyrie Sane's first one-on-one match in WWE since she defeated Bayley in July of 2020. It was 1 week after that when Bayley viciously attacked Kyrie and sent her packing from WWE.
Hey, smart for Bianca to bring Charlotte and Shotzi out with her tonight. Try to even things up. Big matchup for Bianca Belair. Remember, she lost her championship back at SummerSlam. She won the triple threat match before Io Sky would cash in, and then Damage Control cost her a couple of months of her career after a cheap sneak attack.
And then, of course, it was Kyrie Sane emerging and Crown Jewel costing Bianca Belair.
Look at the power of Belair. Just too strong for Kyrie in that instance.
Boy, what about Kyrie Sane here? Returning to WWE, has she changed in any way?
Time will tell, I would imagine. I mean, nobody stays the same for 3 years. Kyrie was incredibly talented, very successful her last time here at WWE. I imagine she's changed a few things, probably improved in a few areas where she had weakness. She still was one of the hottest free agents in the world. That's why she's back here in Damage Control. A lot more aggressive, a lot more intense. Eugene's offense, great counter by Belair.
Belair, so powerful, so athletic.
There's such a power disparity between the two. Kyrie's going to have to rely on technique and her aerial ability because there is no way she matches strength with the EST.
Makes for such a great match here in tonight's main event.
You know, while we're speculating on the situation between Bayley and the rest of Damage Control, maybe, Corey, it has something to do with the fact that Bayley was the one who got beat inside WarGames. That would be my best guess, but I mean, I would think by now that the women would have go and rewatched the footage, watched back the tape to learn and see that Bayley was the MVP.
Oscar taking out the legs of Bianca Belair, and now Kyrie Sane can capitalize. To your point, Corey, it was Bayley who took a bullet for Kyrie Sane at WarGames. As Charlotte Flair went in for the spear.
Right, not to mention the Charlotte Flair may have got caught red-handed. Oh, it's just wrong. None of that was fair play.
The referee.
Only a crime when you get caught. Ryan Train caught Charlotte Flair, going to send her back to the locker room. Asuka's in the ring right now.
Oh, yes!
Great job by Ryan Train, the official. Sending everybody packing.
No more numbers advantage.
Asuka just got drop kicked. It is officially one-on-one.
Who's going to come out on top of the main event of SmackDown?
Well, wow. Man. Referee just sent everybody packing. went from saying Charlotte Flair and Shotzi Blackheart packing, getting them banned from ringside, to banning Damage Control's Asuka, Dakota Kai, and who else was at ringside? Io Sky from ringside. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, that didn't really surprise me. I mean, I think Charlotte Flair was ultimately the reason why every single side got banned from ringside. I think she's the reason why her Shotzi Blackheart and Damage Control's Asuka, Kairi Singh, or Asuka, not Kairi Singh, because Kairi Singh was in the ring. Kairi Singh is going up against Bianca Belair. But I ultimately think Charlotte Flair is the reason why her and Shotzi Blackheart and Damage Control's Asuka, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai all got banned from ringside. Now, as far as what I have to say about everything that went down on the show before SmackDown comes back on, honestly, the one thing that I did not, there's this one thing that I did not really enjoy that much, and it was the beginning of SmackDown. The beginning of SmackDown was not all that good. It was not all that good. I mean, honestly, it was a painted by numbers segment. It did nothing, and it added little substance to the ongoing story. This kicking off SmackDown was not good. Bianca Belair kicking off SmackDown was not a good way to kick off SmackDown. It's not Bianca Belair's fault. It was that revelation by Bayley after the commercial break that no one told her they were heading to the ring. Should make things very interesting. I think it was the revelation by Bayley. Or it could have been because the brawl, which we saw between Team Bianca Belair and Team Bayley. Or Team Io, whatever. But regardless, Bayley was nowhere to be found. It was furthering the idea that her days with the faction are numbered. Obviously, they are. This segment was not good. They got to do better. They should have did better with this segment. I don't think it delivered. I don't think it established itself or any of that. Now, Butch versus Bobby Lashley. Butch looked strong, even in defeat, and the potential for a shift in character back to the Pete Dunne persona that everybody loved. Now, as far as Bobby Lashley goes, folks, it was a good win for his first match back in singles competition on Friday nights, even if it did not do much to bolster him in the eyes of fans. We all know he's a top-tier guy. He's a main eventer, like Jey Uso. Those are two different guys. So we're going to tune back into Bianca Belair versus Kairi Sane. I'll tell you guys the rest of my thoughts and everything went down the show when SmackDown goes on commercial again.
To earn the opportunities. Belair now with that athleticism. In for the cover to put away Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane just about survived. Barely got her shoulder up. Bianca thought it was a 3 count. I did too. Doesn't get any closer than this without the bell ringing. But we take another look at the mind-melting athleticism of the EST. Kairi just able to escape through the back door. The baptism by fire. Kairi Sane, first one-on-one match in WWE in over 3 years. It's against the EST. Has Kyrie where she wants to. Look at this, just chucking her like a sack of potatoes. Come here. Let's score for the win. Kyrie gets it early. That rocked the jaw of the EST, and now Kyrie Sane making the climb to the very top turnbuckle. The aerial artist now from behind connects with Bianca. Cover by Sane. For the win, Bianca kicked it out this time at 2. A look of frustration from Kyrie as we look again at her soaring through the sky in Barclays Center, forearm right to the heart of Bianca. A bit of a lackadaisical cover might have cost Kyrie the victory in that instance. Bianca, there's that power once more. Oh, Kyrie Sane turned it around. Belair sent to the outside.
She can't even pick up Bianca Belair. That Hurricane
That's
Run.
where Kyrie Sane can try. Kyrie doesn't have much time to turn the tables in this. Right back where we started. Oh, across the barricade. My God. Ribs first. Crushing Kyrie Sane. The ruthless nature of Belair. Oh, hang on a second. Bailey's here. Oh, they told her to stay in the back. Well, obviously, Bailey didn't listen to the orders, but boy, Kyrie better be grateful. The orders came from Io Sky, the WWE Women's Champion. And it may pay off. Kyrie thinking about the insane elbow.
Bianca Belair's gonna. Told you Bianca Belair was gonna get back up.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Instead of Cody, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes addresses the King of Strong's
the United States Championship Tournament, the almighty Bobby Lashley collides with the harbinger of doomsday carrying Cross, while Santos Escobar and that fierce rivalry of the high-flying Dragon League continues. All four superstars look to advance and get that close opportunity with Logan Paul, the United States champion.
The alpha female of WWE, Charlotte Flair, looks to settle the score with the woman who betrayed her to join Damage Control, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. And for the first time in over a decade, the best in the world, CM Punk, returns to Friday Night SmackDown next week in Providence. And don't forget, it's also the 21st annual WWE Tribute to the Troops.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Raw General Manager Adam Pearce and SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis.
Ladies and gentlemen, as your general manager, it is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome back to SmackDown the Viper, Randy Orton.
I think Randy Orton's going to go to sign with Raw.
What an ovation for the 14-time world champion.
I think he's going to sign with Raw. That's what I think he's going to. That's who I think he's going to sign with.
Already with that massive impact at Survivor Series WarGames. Where will
as the wise man for your reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Universal.
I was wondering why I couldn't get my mic on.
Well, look who's back. After 18 months on the shelf, thanks to Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, Randy Orton comes home looking for revenge. There will be no RKOs this evening. And there will be no decision made by Randy Orton because the Bloodline is going to make your decision. Decision by Pierce and Owens leave the ring area because here comes the Bloodline. Here goes Randy Orton after Uso and Sikoa. He blows the Solo Sikoa. Jimmy Uso back on his feet. Solo Sikoa, the man who took out John Cena, now attacking Orton. Orton now falling victim to the enforcer and the underboss of the Bloodline. Someone else who's had a few issues with the Bloodline lately. LA Knight taking the fight to the Bloodline. Solo six packet. Or so we thought. Knight Sikoa now falling outside the ring. Leaves Jimmy Uso.
Y'all hit the thumbs up. Oh, uh-oh. We're behind you, Jimmy Uso. Oh, Lord. Something tells me he's going to choose SmackDown. I'm hoping he chooses Raw. I think Raw was a great fit for him, honestly. I think Raw would have been a great fit for Randy Orton, honestly. Oh, well. That's what it is.
call Roman Reigns. And you can tell him, Daddy's back. For a moral line from Adam Pearce himself, it is official. The Viper is coming back to SmackDown. The ultimate mic drop from Randy Orton, staring the Bloodline Paul Heyman in the face. What a coup by Nick Aldis. Well done. Never turn your back on the Viper. Randy Orton is SmackDown home. We can't wait to see him here weekly. SmackDown promises the epic with the Viper in the house. This is true for Roman Reigns of the Bloodline. Next week on SmackDown, not only is it tribute to the truth, it also sees the return of CM Punk to Friday Night SmackDown Live in Providence. The best in the world, the voice of the voiceless. Welcome to SmackDown.
So Randy Orton is officially on SmackDown. You love to see it. I would envision him going on Monday Night Raw, but I guess not. I really don't. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if this laptop is broken. I don't know if it's fucked up. I don't know if it's got stuff on it that's messing it up. I really don't know. I will repeat everything that I just said because clearly and I didn't realize it. My mic was off and I didn't realize it. My mic wasn't even, I didn't even see it off. It was on. So it had to record everything I said. It had to. I'm finna check. I'm finna rewind the stream and check to see if it was on. Yeah, my mic was off. Okay, so we're gonna go over everything else. We went over the kickoff show. You know, we went over what kicked off SmackDown. Obviously, what kicked off SmackDown wasn't that good. Wasn't all that great. We just got Damage Control, Shotzi, Charlotte, and Bianca brawling. Is that all WWE can give us with this SmackDown Women's Division? I mean, give me a break. I know they can give us something better than that. I mean, that shit was just not all that good. It just wasn't. It was basically the same thing coming from out of Survivor Series. That's what they gave us at the beginning of the show. The beginning of the show was just complete AIDS from the word go. Butch versus Bobby Lashley was one of the best things on the entire show. The other thing that was the best, main thing on the entire show was Randy Orton signing. We'll go over that in a minute. I'm gonna repeat everything I just said because my mic was not going, the audio was moving, and nobody heard me. So my mic was on and nobody heard me. So evidently the volume froze or something. I don't know. Butch looked strong in defeat. And let's just say the potential for a shift in character back to the Pete Dunne persona is currently there. Boy, all hell's going to break loose when Pete Dunne goes back to his persona. And we could very well get Pete Dunne versus Sheamus for WrestleMania 40. Who knows? You never fucking know, man. We could get a very, very long Sheamus Pete Dunne feud. Hell, we could get 3 Sheamus versus Pete Dunne matches. We could get Sheamus versus Pete Dunne for Royal Rumble. We could get it for Elimination Chamber. And let's not say we could get it for WrestleMania. We can get it on SmackDown. Never know. Never know. Because tensions are behind the shadows. Tensions are rising in the Brawling Brutes. Tensions are cracking in the Brawling Brutes. The Brawling Brutes are this close to breaking up. I mean, if Rich Holland not coming out isn't any indication of that to you, then I don't know what to do. We have not seen Sheamus. Now Rich Holland's gone. Now Pete Dunne's on his own. Looks like it's time for Pete Dunne to go back to being himself again. To go back to being the Bruiserweight. I always loved that Pete Dunne. I was always a fan of that Pete Dunne, man. I can't wait for Pete Dunne to go back to his Bruiserweight persona, man. That's gonna be great. Now, for as far as Lashley goes, for Bobby Lashley, let's talk about him. It was a great win in his first match back in singles competition. Even if it did not do much to bolster him in the eyes of fans who already knew he is a top-tier guy. But it's not enough. I mean, let's be honest. Look how many times the Street Profits have lost. You really think Bobby Lashley is still not happy with the Street Profits? Bobby Lashley is still upset with the Street Profits losing week in and week out. There was rumor going around that Aldis Payne is going to replace Street Profits. Who knows? It could come in a couple of weeks. It could come as soon as the beginning of next year. The beginning of next year, I could definitely see WWE re-signing Aldis Payne. I could definitely see them doing that. I would love to see Akeem and Razor versus the Viking Raiders. I would love to see that match. Man, what a match that would. What a tag team match that would be. Holy shit. Wow. Otis and Gable versus Aldis Payne. Hell, the Creed brothers versus Aldis Payne. You got a ton of good tag team matches that Aldis Payne can go against. You got a ton of teams that they can go against. They could even go against Enda Sheer if they wanted to. And I don't know. They would have to be baby faces to do that because Enda Sheer are a heel tag team. They would have to be baby faces to go against the Viking Raiders too. Or they would have to turn Viking Raiders baby face to go against the heel Aldis Payne. I don't know. You know. But moving on to Santos Escobar versus Joaquin Wild. You know, this match wasn't really all too great. Wasn't all that great, but it was a competitive match that highlighted Escobar's budding star and Wild's undervoted skill set. Ultimately, Escobar scored the win with his Phantom Driver. Wasn't the best match of the entire show. It definitely was not. But it was a solid way to continue to showcase Escobar as he develops into one of the more despised competitors, one of the more best competitors on SmackDown, and a way to keep the feud with Dragon Lee alive. Hell, they might as well sign Dragon Lee to a fucking contract. Might as well make it official that Dragon Lee will be on the SmackDown roster going forward. Might as well do that. They did the same thing with Randy Orton. They can do it with Dragon Lee. If they can do it with Randy Orton, they can do it with Dragon Lee too. Cedric Alexander was a free agent. Look what happened. SmackDown grabbed him real quick, did they? He's officially on the SmackDown brand as well. So you might as well say the Monday Night Raw and SmackDown rosters are stacked. The men's and the women's. Especially the men's. Now, the segment from Escobar. Was it the most dynamic segment based on what we have seen out of Santos Escobar in weeks? By all means, the answer is no. But it was a little effective. I mean, it wasn't that much effective, but it had a little effective. Now, as far as the Logan Paul segment goes, as far as Logan Paul returning, I don't know if you guys watched Logan Paul, but if you watched Logan Paul a year ago, then what he did here tonight, you see one megastar in two different stages of comfort. And I'm not the biggest fan of Logan Paul, but I will say he is far more comfortable at this point and knows who he is. He is great on the mic, is the most natural rookie in years, and can elevate the U.S. title. Owens was great, going toe-to-toe with Paul on the mic, popping the crowd. This was great stuff from Kevin Owens and Logan Paul, mainly. Just Kevin Owens and Logan Paul, honestly. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, they're great in the ring, but I don't know about their mic skills. I have to question both their mic skills. Now we're going to move on to Bianca Belair versus Kairi Sane. This match between Bianca Belair and Kairi Sane was hammered by an ill-timed commercial break that meant the majority of the bout occurred during it. I don't know how many times SmackDown has to give us commercial breaks. SmackDown gives us 7 to 8 commercial breaks every week. There's no sense in having 7 and 8 commercial breaks. There should be commercial free. All these wrestling shows should be commercial free like they were back in the day. Should be. I don't understand why we got to have this many commercial breaks. That's how you lose viewers, TV viewers. That's how you lose audience right there. Nobody has the time to be sitting here waiting on all day long like that. Nobody has time to be waiting on a show to come back on. But anyhow, it was honestly, I don't want to say hardly, but it was barely the first time that Bianca Belair and Sane did battle. In other words, it wasn't the first time they did battle in the ring together. They competed against each other in the inaugural Mae Young Classic. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I do because I watched it. Watched it years ago. They demonstrated some solid in-ring chemistry. Now, as far as the story goes, this story with Bayley costing her teammate her win, I guess it'll be somewhat a huge significant moving forward. I'm not sure how this will go, but with the end game ultimately being Lamont Bailey's role as the leader of Damage Control, basically. In other words, before you know it, all the members of Damage Control will be turning on Bailey before you know it. In other words, sooner or later, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Asuka are going to turn on Bailey, and Io Sky is going to be probably crowned the new member of Damage Control. It makes sense since she brought Kairi Sane back. Why do you think she brought Kairi Sane back? So she could prove her point. Obviously. Now, the one and only main best thing, the one and only greatest thing of the entire show tonight was definitely the Randy Orton signing. It was definitely the Randy Orton signing. It was a fast-paced segment. It featured great positive vibes, positive energy from Orton, you name it. From Orton. Not only from Orton, but from the Brooklyn, New York crowd. And that moment is definitely going to have repercussions for the third generation superstar, the 13-time world champion, Randy Orton. Now, especially if Aldis takes the RKO personally, which he almost certainly will. Maybe even into next week. Now, how that affects Orton's ability to get his hands on the bloodline bears watching. The fallout from Survivor Series was definitely felt all over the show. No question about it. It featured Orton signing with SmackDown, Bayley falling further out of favor with Damage Control, and Logan Paul's announcement of the U.S. title tournament. There was not much excitement on the heels of CM Punk's return at Survivor Series pay-per-view that Raw had, but it focused on stories. It's focused on building new stars, that will play a big role in the coming weeks and months. That's all I can say to that. Which it should. Triple H is in charge. So when Triple H is in charge, Triple H is going to focus on building new stars. He's going to focus on bettering shows. that Vince could not, the shows that Vince could never do, the shows that Vince and his administration and team could never write or produce. Well, let's be honest, Vince and his administration are awful at writing and creating shows. They really are. Their creative writing is not good at all. I am so glad that Triple H is in charge. I really am. I am. Honestly. Triple H being in charge is good for business. Obviously, Vince being in charge years ago for WWE was not good for business. And Bruce being executive director or whatever the fuck he was, not good for business. Johnny Laurinaitis in WWE, not good for business. That's why I'm glad they are gone from WWE. Somehow Bruce is still there. I don't know, and I don't want to know, and I don't care about what Bruce is doing. I only care about the shows getting better. This week's episode of SmackDown, I can honestly say right now that this week's episode of SmackDown was better than this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, 100% without a doubt. If they would have gave CM Punk a more better promo to cut, if they would have gave CM Punk a better segment, I think Monday Night Raw would have definitely did better than SmackDown. But the way they had CM Punk come out on Monday Night Raw this week and to address his return and address to the WWE Universe whatever he had to say, it wasn't there. And honestly, I give this freaking episode of SmackDown, this week's episode of SmackDown, a plus B, honestly. This episode legitimately deserves a plus B, just because of all what I just specifically did. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. That's going to do it for your SmackDown Watch Along. I am done. I don't have to work tomorrow. I wish I was at work. I wish I had to work tomorrow. I don't. Oh, well, it is what it is. They don't need me. They don't need me. I just got to accept it and go with it. Just got to accept it and go with it. I will be streaming World of Tanks tomorrow. That is the game that I never got to stream Thursday because I needed a break from video games. I needed a break from my job. That Thursday, man, when I came home from work today, they were my ass to death that Thursday afternoon. I'm telling you, I was tired, Those of you that have jobs like me, you can understand. I know you can. Even my assistant manager told me to go home and get some rest. I did just that. Now, Charlotte Flair will be going one-on-one with Asuka on next week's episode of SmackDown. Also, the United States Championship Tournament will start on there. CM Punk will be on SmackDown next week. Yes, I said it. CM Punk will be on SmackDown next week. I guess since WWE had him on Raw, since WWE realized that they gave him a terrible segment to put out on Monday Night Raw, I guess they want him on SmackDown now to see what they're going to do with him on SmackDown. I'm interested to know what WWE is going to do with CM Punk on SmackDown next week. I'm really interested to see that and find out. That week hasn't got here yet, but it'll get here sooner than you think. Didn't think it would. Anyway. Unfortunately, we will not be seeing Roman Reigns on SmackDown yet. And if I have some news on him, I will keep you guys up to date on the YouTube community tab and let you guys know. I appreciate y'all for tuning in for the SmackDown watch along. And before I stream World of Tanks, Modern Armor tomorrow, I will be posting all of your WWE and AEW Saturday afternoon news because I haven't done any. I haven't done it. Man, I haven't done it, and I don't know what. It's been a while since I haven't checked out the WWE and AEW news. You know, Ringside News always has my back. You know, they always got me. Anytime something happens, I get it. Anytime breaking news comes out or exclusive news comes out, I get a notification from them. I click on it and I see what it is, what it's about. I read the whole article, not just one freaking paragraph. I read the entire article, the entire thing. One thing is for sure, I did find out that Mackenzie Mitchell got released from the WWE, and I bet that hurt her really bad. Ouch. Talk about a slap in the face to Vince Joseph, the husband of Mackenzie Mitchell. My goodness. Wow. Whew. And I bet the WWE talent within WWE are feeling bad for Mackenzie Mitchell. Didn't they do Kathy Kelly like that too? No, I don't think so. I must be talking about the time of those 200 plus talent got released by Vince. Well, I wonder who made the decision to release Mackenzie Mitchell. Was it Bruce? Jesus Christ, can't believe Bruce is still there. I don't know why they haven't got Bruce out of it. What are you waiting for? Triple H administration? Get him out of there. You don't need Bruce there. You certainly don't need Vince. You know that. Especially Charlie Laurinaitis. People power. Divas. You don't need him there either. Get him out of there. Get Bruce the fuck out. He does not need to be there. He is not helping the product. He was the one that made the product worse. He was one of the many people that made the product worse. Vince was the main one, the main boss, the chairman. And I haven't seen any recent on Vince McMahon good. Maybe next year we'll get a news that Vince McMahon has been arrested and sent to jail. Man, I'm done here, folks. I'm getting out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow for World of Tanks, Modern Armor. I'll be streaming that game because the holiday up has started. I'm actually going to hop on that game probably a little after this watch along. I'm going to hop on this game and do some of the Halloween ops on here and some of the challenges on there, and most importantly, finish the AMX 30 contract that I need to finish effective immediately before my days on the contract run out. So I hope you guys be in the live chat for my stream, for my World of Tanks Modern Armor stream. I'll be live tonight. So there'll be more World of Tanks Modern Armor gameplay for you World of Tank fans out there, for you World of Tank players. Especially my World of Tank friends that I platoon with, that platoon with me. I haven't platooned with most of my World of Tank friends in I don't know, probably in 2-3 years. I hate they took World of Tanks Mercenaries away, man. Why didn't they just keep that update on there? Why did they have to transform World of Tanks Mercenaries into World of Tanks Modern Armor? I don't get that. I don't get the logic on that. I don't. But whatever. It is what it is. Thank y'all for being here. And I'll be streaming World of Tanks Modern Armor tomorrow. I'm out of here.